Hi everyone, my name is Ace. I am a low-income 25-year-old living on the East Coast of the United States, working in nonprofit administration, and this is Ace of Coins. So today we're going to be doing my normal cash stuffing, and today will actually be my first paycheck that is pretty much normal since I got my raise for my job. So I went from $18 an hour to now $20 an hour, and my last video was a retroactive paycheck. It came out to a little over $2,000 in total before I had to set aside money to pay my student loans and my bills, etc. But it was a total of around $2,000. But today, what I'm going to be allocating is $1,292.56, but I already took out my rent, my medical insurance, my gas, and all of my student loans. That all stays inside of my SoFi bank. So I move those around as needed digitally because they automatically come out of my checking account. But my gas, I like using my credit card just because it's a little bit more reliable, and in the case that I need more gas than the cash allows that's in my wallet, I like using my credit card. So those have already been taken out. So today I am going to be stuffing $391.84. Previously, when I was still on my $18 an hour paycheck, I think I stuffed a little bit over $200 per paycheck, which is biweekly. So we have a little bit of extra money to work with. About, I want to say, let's see what the actual difference is here. So we have about $120 extra than we did when I was first starting my cash stuffing and I was only getting $18 an hour, so that's exciting. So I've got all my money laid out here, and we're going to start with my card pull before we get into my wallet. So today we have the Magician, and the Magician can mean a couple different things based on how you interpret it or based on the person. And I think the way I'm interpreting this card today, the Magician is telling me that with the tools that I have on hand, I have the power to change my situation as long as I believe in myself, as well as put in the work and practice regularly. That's kind of like what the craft is, or any sort of relationship that you have with, whether it be a religion, whether it be with another person, or if you have a specific specialty, you always have to practice that thing in order to become more proficient. So I think that if I interpret this as me practicing good financial habits and financial wellness, then I will be able to reap the rewards that come with that success. So this is something that I'm just gonna have to keep working at and really trust the process and believe in myself that with that work, with that time that's put in, with what I'm trying to manifest by doing my cash stuffings, I will reap the rewards and I'll get the results that I want and what I need. So that is what I feel like the Magician card is telling me today as far as my finances. If you're familiar with tarot or you looked up the meaning of the Magician card and read a little bit about it, let me know in the comments, what does this card mean for you today or for your situation? Okay, with that out of the way, let's get started on my wallet. Here we go. So I'm really happy with how I was able to spend this past week, or these past 2 weeks. I did end up using all of the money in my spending envelope, as we'll see, and I did also use some money from my save up envelope that I just started last time we kind of chatted. So I won't be rolling anything over from spending today, which is fine because I bought myself a little bit of a treat. I'm currently doing some theological research into the root of Christianity, or at least the root of Protestant Christianity in America. And I bought the Geneva Bible because I was really curious. I was raised very religious in my family. Both my grandparents are ex-pastors or they're retired pastors. So, and it really never fit me 100%. It never really fit who I was, but I'm still curious about like the truth. So I bought myself the Geneva Bible, which is the first Bible that came to America via the Mayflower, and it is a product of Switzerland, which is why it's called the Geneva Bible. And there is a lot of original manuscript in there that has been directly translated from the Greek and also the Egyptian versions of the Bible, and I think also the Hebrew. There's 3 different translations that they compiled, and then they put it into Elizabethan English at the beginning of the Protestant Reformation, so that's 1560. So I bought that for myself, and it costed me around $50 because I got another book as well, but I'm really excited to read about that. And I'm also looking into buying myself probably a book on Shintoism and probably also Buddhism, because I studied those in university, and I would really, really love to revisit those and kind of compare them with this beginning of Protestant Christianity and how that kind of fits in my life. So after that ramble, let's start by taking out all my $1 bills to save those for our $1 bill challenge. So for groceries, oh, we've got 2 $1 bills in there. Just set those to the side because I really don't have any room up with all of my little dollar bills here. Let me move this back a little bit. Hygiene, no ones in hygiene. Nice States might have some. There's one in Nice States. Eating out, let's see. There's one in eating out, and that's it. And I guess while we're here, I will take out my loose change to put into my coin jar. Sorry if I seem a little quiet today. I'm doing this in the evening rather than in the morning when I usually have more energy. So I'm kind of waning. I'm kind of slowing down a little bit for the evening. And yeah, that's kind of why I'm quiet. But if you also notice, I'm like fidgeting with this ring. It's a little too big for me, but I love it. My boyfriend got me this when we first started dating, and it was always a little too big because we had just gotten together and he didn't know my size yet, but that's why I'm reaching with that as well. So here is all the change that we'll be putting into my coin jar for today. We got a couple quarters, lots of pennies. I'm really excited to build up my coin jar again since I did take some out for my laundry. So here's the coin jar. Let's get this puppy opened. And our coins are going in. And there we have the coin jar for today. I'm super excited to count this. I can't wait. There might also be some foreign currency here. I can't remember. I think there is. There might be some foreign currency, and I think there's some dollar coins in here as well. Okay, so now we can actually start stuffing my wallet. So I did a little bit of budgeting. I didn't do a budget video yet, but I think I'll do one following this cash stuffing just to kind of give a snapshot of what my money categories look like, how I'm kind of divvying up the funds now that I have a little bit extra to work with. But I'll do that another time. But I really did enjoy my grocery amount being higher because I had more to work with. Really, I don't buy much. I don't go out to eat much anymore just because I'm trying to curb my spending more. But I do like buying a little thing at the grocery store for myself. Like if I go and get some things to cook dinner and I want those little talenti. If you've ever heard of talenti, they're like a little sorbet, or they also have non-dairy ice cream, and they have regular gelato and ice cream. But I like getting the sorbetto. The raspberry sorbetto is so good. So I will use this money also to buy a little sweet treat for myself. So groceries will be getting $50. And now groceries has $65. Hygiene will be getting $5. So now hygiene has 15. Nice dates will be getting $20. Now Nice Dates has $20, $40, $60. Eating out will be getting $10. Oops. Now Eating Out has 20. And spending or shopping will be getting $25. And that is currently all that is in shopping for this week, or the next 2 weeks, I should say. All right, now let's move on to my high priority sinking funds. There we go, we got Kermit here to help us out. First, my emergency fund will be getting $50. I'm gonna try to keep my emergency fund at the very least on the higher end of the cash stuffing spectrum. I do want to spend some extra dollars. I mean, not spend some extra dollars, but put some extra dollars toward my emergencies fund to bulk it back up, because I had to pay that $300 for my car, and then I'm assuming that I'm going to be needing to pay more for my car just so I can help my boyfriend get parts and supplies in order for him to fix it. So I need to put all that I can toward my emergency fund and my auto maintenance fund as well. So we have $5,100 in the bank, $5,150, $250, $350, $5,350 in emergency fund. Now we'll be moving on to my Roth, which will be getting $20. All right, there we go. So now my Roth has 50, 100, 20, 40, 50. So 150 in Roth IRA. Next is medical and dental, another one that I want to bulk up because I do have my insurance through the state, and now the premium plans are going to be changing with some new laws that have been put in place, or new policies that have been put in place through the federal government, which is fine. Like, I have been putting money toward my insurance, but I've really had to pay out of pocket every single time anyway. It really hasn't done anything for me. So if you are in a very low income situation and you definitely need to get insurance through the state, you should be able to do that for little to no cost. But for my situation, because I make a slight percentage higher than the poverty line or the poverty rate, they charge me, but then they don't cover a lot of the procedures that I need covered. So I think I'm just gonna let my insurance cancel out after this year, and I'm just gonna rely on paying out of pocket, because I really don't go to the doctor that much, and I really don't go to the dentist that much. If I do go to the dentist, it's for a cleaning, and I got my wisdom teeth out, so I don't need to worry about that anymore. So medical and dental will be getting $25. So now medical and dental has 50, 150, 170, 195. 195 in medical and dental. And as this adds up, I could go to the doctor or go to the dentist if I definitely need to, which I don't think I will be needing to in the foreseeable future. So that's completely fine. Subscriptions, we won't be putting anything toward that. Business will be getting $5. Now business has $55, $60. I'm hoping to invest in designing the stationery that I would want to sell in the shop. I'm planning on doing selling stationery and also maybe stamps. I really love rubber stamps, so I would like to do rubber stamps, but I want to get a laser cutter so that I can do it correctly and make the stamps correctly. That is going to be super expensive, but for now I'm just looking at funding printing costs for any notepads or other stationery that I want to make if I want to make little sticky notes or something. So that's kind of an inside look into what I want my business to look like, even though probably won't be doing anything with that until a couple years from now. Home will be getting $25. All right, so home has 100, 200 in the bank, 250, 300, 50, 400, 420, 35. $435 in home. Super excited about that. And as we come toward the winter months, getting into November, and then towards the end of December, my boyfriend will be graduating university, yay! And then we are going to start looking at what do our next steps want. What do we want our next steps to be? Do we want to stay living with our parents for a little bit to save up a little extra money? Do we want to move out? Is he gonna have a job? Am I gonna find a different job? It's all kind of up in the air right now, but it's a really exciting time, so I'm so glad that I've started saving for this. Wedding will be getting $25. So wedding now has 100, 200 in the bank, 250, 350, 375. So we have 375 in wedding. Again, we want a small wedding in the future. I'm not sure how far in the future that's going to be, but this is going to be super, super helpful, like a little nest egg. Once we decide we're ready to go for it, and we want a small wedding and an inexpensive wedding anyway, so this is going to be such a blessing to have. All right, next up we have my low priority savings. Let me just get that opened up here. Okay. All right, so for low priority savings, we're going to start out with auto, my auto maintenance. And that's going to get $50. Again, really kind of stocking up on the 50s here. So now auto has 100 in the bank, 150, 255. 255 in auto. Thank goodness, because I have a feeling we're going to need it. Next is save up. We didn't roll anything over this week or these past 2 weeks, so we're just going to skip it. But I will count, we have $40 now in save up because I used one of the 20s to buy my new giant educational kind of, not really secular, but there are secular notes, my Geneva Bible. Computer will be getting $30, and this is a really interesting 20. I wonder, is this new? Is this a new 20? Or is this old? This is a 1996 series. Wow. It does look different than the others. I really like this. Anyway, computer will be getting $30. So computer now has, let's see here. Computer has $50, $70, $90, $105. Moving on to my love. My love will be getting $10. Oops. My love now has $50, $70, $90, $100, $110, $115, $120. Sister will be getting $10 as well. So now sister has $50, $70, $85, $90. Entertainment will only be getting $5. This is one of the categories that I have to kind of cut back on in order to provide extra funds for my auto maintenance envelope and my emergency fund envelope. So now in entertainment we have $50, $65. I think I'll be taking some money out of entertainment because my friend invited me to go ice skating with her tomorrow night. So that will be around $20 that I'm going to have to take out of entertainment. Miscellaneous will be getting $5. And now miscellaneous has $20, $35, $40. I might need to buy a new laptop charger for my MacBook Air. It's an older MacBook Air, so it takes a certain kind of charger that is not necessarily not common, but it's kind of outdated. So I'm gonna have to purchase that probably on Amazon. I don't think the electronics store near me carries it anymore because my laptop is really old. I think it's like 2012 or 2013, somewhere around there, 2011 to 2013, somewhere around there. So I'm gonna be probably using this miscellaneous fund in order to pay for that. Oh, there's some sirens outside. I hope everyone's okay. Buffer fund will be getting $5. Here we go. So now buffer fund has $50, $70, $95, $105. $105. We've finally gotten over the 100 mark. Super excited. Once I do my next cash condensing, there will be a placeholder going into this envelope. We've come to the $1 bill challenge. Let's see if we can stuff any more into this envelope. Right, if I can even get it out. All right, so here is all the money from over the last few weeks. There's a lot of ones in there. I don't know if I'll be counting it today. We're gonna see. Here's the ones that we're gonna be adding this week. One of these is from when I took some money out of my bank account in order to do this, and the others are just from my wallet. So we have $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 we're going to be putting toward the $1 bill challenge. Let's see if this fits into my envelope, and if it doesn't, we might just count this today. Oh, it fits. We still have a little bit yet to go before we can count for the $1 bill challenge. So that is all stuffed up. Let's move on to my holiday binder. All right, so here we have my holiday binder. And as you can tell, probably, if you can see these bills up here, we don't have a whole lot of cash left to stuff. So we will not be doing vacation because we're maxed out at $550. Christmas will not be getting anything because I just haven't even spent this stuff yet, so we don't need to put anything more in here. Halloween won't be getting anything just because Halloween is past, and I think I will start stuffing probably in January, I want to say. We'll see what happens. My birthday will be getting $5. So my birthday now has 100 in the bank, 120, 35. $135 in my birthday. Gifts will be getting $5. And, oh, there's some ones in here still. Gifts now has 20, 35, 36. Oh, that was out of place. Let's try that again. Gifts now has 20, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, $44 in gifts. All right. And last but certainly not least, we have party planning, which will be getting $5. And now party planning has $15. All right, that's all for my holiday binder. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming and staying and watching and liking the video. Hopefully, if you like the video, leave a like. Leave a comment if you are interested in chit-chatting at all, or if you have any questions for me or for each other. If you just want to kind of collab in the comments for any cash stuffing related things. If you're interested in theology or mythology or witchy type things, let me know in the comments because I would love to talk to y'all about that. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you are interested in more content like this, and hit that bell button so that you never miss when I post another video. Thank you guys again so much, and I think my next video will most likely be another cash stuffing. I don't know. We'll definitely see about that. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I am excited for the possibilities that are ahead and coming my way and coming your way. So I hope you all have a great day or a great evening or a great night, and I will see you all next time.